Hey Ravens, welcome to this week's edition of ONW Now. I'm Growney alongside Jenna Daugherty.
On this episode, we'll take a look at one ONW student's severe peanut allergy, a news story on Be Legendary, plus the band festival from this past Monday and game day.
Let's get it rolling.
Peanut allergies affect several students at Olathe Northwest, and with the recently newfound treatment, one student might be getting relief sooner than expected. Katie Hughes has the story.
Imagine not being able to eat some of your favorite foods such as Reese's, Kit Kat, or Chick-fil-A. Well, this is a reality for Olathe Northwest senior tennis player Emma Andreasen. Emma has recently started a treatment that will give her freedom from her peanut allergy.
So oral immunotherapy is a therapy that's about 6 to 9 months long, in which people with food allergies go in to their allergist and they're basically desensitized to the food that they're allergic to. So for me, having a peanut allergy, I went on my initial checkup and I was given about 2 milliliters of peanut protein diluted into grape Kool-Aid. There's 2 milliliters of peanut protein in the first dose, and the average peanut has about 250 milliliters of peanut protein, so it's a super minuscule amount of peanut. And then over the course of about 6 to 9 months, I will gradually increase my dosage from the grape Kool-Aid mixture to a capsule, like a pill. And then after a few weeks of taking the pill, I'll go up to eating an actual peanut. So I chose to do OIT because it will make life a lot less stressful for me, because I won't have to worry about constantly bringing my EpiPen everywhere and being exposed to peanuts on accident.
This is not only a new experience for Emma, but a new experience for her parents as well.
So as Emma goes off to college, the ability for her to do this OIT treatment is really exciting for us as parents. It's a little bit scary because after, about 16 years almost of being told don't eat peanuts under any circumstances, now she's having it every day. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking as a parent, but it's also exciting because it's gonna kind of allow her to have a lot more freedom in the types of restaurants she goes to and things she gets to do, and she won't have to worry about cross-contamination and things like that. And she can just go be a normal college kid and have a lot of fun and have that great experience. So I'm excited for her for that.
We also asked her what food she was most looking forward to having when her treatment was complete.
The food I'm most looking forward to eating once I'm done with OIT is probably Chick-fil-A. I can't have Chick-fil-A because they cook all of their food in peanut oil, which is sad, but all my friends talk about how good it is and how it's like one of their favorite fast food restaurants. So I'm super excited to finally know what all the rage is, and also I'm excited to eat Kit Kats because I used to be able to eat them when I was a kid, but I can't anymore. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to eating new foods.
For ONW Now, this has been Katie Hughes. Now back to the desk.
This week on our Be Legendary segment, one former Raven shares her story about her work with a special education school in KCMO. Let's toss it back to Jenna for the story.
What's up, Ravens? Welcome back to our Be Legendary segment, where we showcase incredible people who do great things to their community. This week, I sat down with a former Raven to talk about her amazing work at the Children's Center for the Visually Impaired.
So CCVI is a school for the visually impaired and kids with disabilities, and helps them prepare them and their families for the future.
This past Thursday, ONW's former softball coach helped put on CCVI's annual Fall Fun event, hoping to bring the school and its students closer together.
This event is their annual fall event. It's called Who's Afraid of the Dark? And it is a fall event for families, and it's just a time for them to come together. It's a free event for them. It's a time to talk with their teachers and staff members and to just come out and connect with other people.
Hash's son, Bo, was diagnosed with Duane syndrome and cannot move his left eye out, suffering from visual impairments himself. Supporting places like CCVI and events like these are one of the many ways Hash and her family give back to the disabled community.
There are very few schools for kids who have special needs. So when Bo was first diagnosed, I felt really alone and like there were no other moms like me. And so when I started to come to CCVI, it opened up a whole new world of people who understood what I was going through. So I kind of look at this event as a way to connect parents and connect siblings and connect the students because we're special. We're special families, and there's not many like us out there.
Several of Hash's former ONW softball players also helped out by volunteering for the event.
It shows a lot of love to her. Coach Hash has always been there for all of us girls, and helping out with whatever we can do really shows affects to her, and she's really thankful for it.
She's just a really great person, and she's gone through a lot, and for us to just help her out, I'm sure means a lot to her.
So I think that the volunteers are going to come away with more than the families just because they've probably never heard of CCVI or been here before. And they're here to give the teachers and the therapist a break. And so they're going to just get to know the kids and get to play with them, and the kids are going to think that's really cool because they're, big girls. And so I think that they're going to get to know this community a little bit better than they may have before.
For Landon Daniel and the rest of the Convergence team, this has been Jenna Daugherty. Now back to the desk. What's up, Ravens? This past weekend, the Olathe Northwest debate team went to compete at both Wichita East and Shawnee Mission South. At Shawnee Mission South, Cami Chaffman and Ashna Jawal got honorable mention. At Wichita East, Kate Fabak and Nick Saya placed second, and Chloe Chaffman and RJ Selman got placed third. Nick Saya also got sixth overall speaker in the varsity division, and Rosie Broswell placed fourth, and Chloe Chaffman got second. ONW placed third out of 12 schools. Great job, Ravens.
Raven Athletics had a busy week this week, so let's toss it over to Maleah Boyd and Dripp for Game Day Northwest.
What's up, Ravens? Welcome back to Game Day Northwest. It's Dripp alongside Maleah Boyd, and we've got a packed show for you today. Let's get it started.
Tuesday night, your boys' soccer team took on rival Olathe West. The game was physical from start to finish as both teams looked to gain the upper hand. Goalkeeper John Lindsay made some great stops to keep the game at deadlock early on. The Owls eventually converted a breakaway, and the Ravens trailed 1-0, going into halftime. In the second half, the Ravens had a few chances on goal but were unable to get past the Owl goalkeeper. The Owls added a second goal late in the game, and our boys unfortunately fell short to the Owls 2-0. Be sure to catch them at their next game tonight against Shawnee Mission East at CBAC.
The Lady Raven volleyball team bounced back from a tough 5-set loss to Olathe South, beating defending state champion Lawrence High and Olathe North. Starting off the night with a much-needed win, the ladies handled the Lawrence Lions 25-22, 25-15. The Ravens had a great passing game as well as excellent execution by junior Courtney Jackson and senior Katie Parks. This season, the ladies have been really focusing on playing at a high level consistently, so Coach Lentz preached that the Ravens need to start off the next game strong. Listening to Lentz, the ladies started off with a 6-1 lead to North and kept going to win 25-13. Coming into the second set, the girls came out a little unfocused but still handled North, beating them 25-20. The ladies played next Saturday in Lawrence in their round robin. If you can't make it, be sure you come out to Buff Hope on Saturday to watch me and my boys take a dub.
The Ravens football team traveled to Lawrence last Friday to take on the Lawrence High Chesty Lions. After a hard-fought game, the Ravens ended the match with a losing score of 52-21. With 2 touchdowns by Logan Evans and 1 by Mason Sadler, and a 70-yard run by slot receiver Trevor Bolden and other great plays by wide receiver Ryan Andrew. The Ravens still fell to the Lions. Their next game is Friday night at 7 against Gardner-Edgerton at Gardner-Edgerton. Good luck, boys.
ONW killed it at their last gymnastics meet, taking second in the Olathe Invitational. Brooke Elam broke the school record for floor, scoring a 9.5 and replaces Signe Weeks' old record of 9.4. Come out and support the girls in their next competition at Shawnee Mission South on October 19th, if they qualify for state.
Your Ravens cross-country team competed at the Rimrock Classic 5K meet last Saturday in Lawrence. In the girls' race, there were 258 runners total, and for the boys, there were 315. The girls placed 12th as a team, and the boys placed 28th. Lydia McLaughlin and Logan Reed both took sixth place, medaling individually. Reed was 1 second off beating the school record for that course with a time of 16:37.
And finally, shout out to Victoria Klausner for finishing third at their tournament at Eagle Bend. That's all for us today, Ravens. Thank you for tuning in to Game Day Northwest. This has been Dripp and Maleah. Now I'll toss it back to my wife at the desk.
Up next, we've got a story about your favorite football halftime performers. This past Monday, your ONW marching band competed in the Olathe District Marching Exposition. Let's take it to Andrew McCubbins for the rest.
On September 30th, high school marching bands from around the district participated in the annual Olathe District Marching Festival. This great event gave the high school bands a great opportunity to show their halftime shows for other students, parents, and marching band enthusiasts alike. If you'd like to catch the event for yourself, head over to the Raven Daily YouTube channel for a live replay.
That's all for us today, Ravens. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of ONW Now. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the ONW Raven Daily, and make sure to vote for Homecoming Court in the Commons by tomorrow, and check Twitter for the Spirit Days.
For Landon, Daniel, and the rest of the Convergence team, this has been Dylan, Growney, and Jenna Daugherty. Have a great rest of your week, Ravens.